What's up, guys? So let's go ahead. This is Trade Recap Part 1 of this series on YouTube, and we're pretty much going to be recapping my trade today as I took a short and I made on the short. Well, I can't see, but I'm pretty sure it was around $675 on paper trading, of course. Now let's go ahead right in this. We are on replay mode. So as a start, you can see that I started with my daily buys, where my daily bias was actually spot on, as I did think that we were going to pretty much open market, go short into this bearish fair value gap retracement, where it was actually bullish, but we were going to go bearish to retrace in it before taking longs, before coming back for all these previous liquidities. Now, it ended up perfectly executing, besides I was not trading at this time as I was in school. Now, once I got on the market during my lunchtime, which I believe was around 12 something maybe, I saw my setup as I pretty much started by seeing that we had just swept these London highs. Now, let me mark this out so you can see this. Right here. London highs. So we had essentially just swept London highs. Well, I'm sorry, that was a spoiler. Right? You'll see. This is replay mode, so bear with me. See, so that is where New York lunch hour got taken, which is where I took my trade. As you can see, right there, we swept these London highs. Now, I was pretty much here looking, okay, now after this sweep, are we going to continue to take New York AM highs and maybe even AM Asia highs, or are we going to look for a reversal to maybe take out London lows, or New York AM lows, you know? Now what did I do? Well, I pretty much come down. I'm on the 1 minute now, but I've marked everything out on all these other time frames, which I'll go to right now. Let me see. Sorry, bear with me. I don't know if I marked this out. Okay, so I guess I marked this out on the 5. Well, on the 5 minute here, I marked out this bullish fair value gap. Now, what was I looking for? I was either looking for a continuation to tell me that price wants to continue with these longs to previous liquidity draws in the upside, or I was looking for an inversion and a bearish fair value gap to get placed to essentially see, okay, we don't want to do that. Scratch that. We're looking for shorts. Now, what do you see? Well, you saw we inverted this fair value gap, bullish, and then what? We made bearish fair value gaps. That was the 5. The 15 kind of tells the story better. I'd execute this on the 1, as I like the 1 minute sometimes, as my confluences just get shown more, and if they're in line with the top, then it means enough. So this was the fair value gap that was bullish that I originally marked. As you can see, inverted it here. Now, after this inversion, what am I looking for? Now I'm looking for a bearish fair value gap to look for a confirmation of my entry, as along with the Fibonacci retracement tool and the fair value gap retracement tool. So what did I do? Right here, I marked out my bearish fair value gap, and then what? Price came back down, once again inverted this bullish fair value gap, tapped back into the bearish. Right here, I got my entry. Sorry, let me take off all of my... I can't even take off drawings. Let me reset the chart for you guys. Sorry about that. I know it looks a little weird. Bear with me. I have all these things. Let me probably take this off. Okay, now let me take these off. Now I'm taking off these fair value gaps. So we inverted that one, and then we came back on this tap in. This is where I had my sell limit order placed. Now, I had this placed. I actually did not get filled there, oddly enough. As I ended up, somehow I didn't get filled here. I ended up getting filled right here, and then we came back. Now, again, this is why I like to give my stop losses room, as most people might have said their stop loss here, or here at this liquidity. I like to give it a little bit of room so that we could end up sweeping this liquidity if we end up for the reversal, and then continuing my way, as I did. And look, we swept, come back down. So anyways, I got my entry here, started to go out of profit, and then what? Look at this. Look, literally edges my stop loss. Look at this, just rips down. By the way, before I continue to let it play, this is where my first partial were taken at this previous liquidity. Second previous liquidity and full take profit was here, right around that liquidity pool. Now look, as you can see, this trade plays out very nicely executed off this candle for a great 2.72 RR. Now, Here is where although I took that trade for that take profit, I'm very ecstatic with that and fine with that. Emotionless trade, beautiful trade, honestly. What could I have done better? As after journaling this, I realized what I could have done better is maybe, maybe target a little more runners. But it's tough to do with all these partials when I'm still in school. But anyways, that was good. I probably should have looked to target this liquidity, as I also did have this fair value gap retracement marked out on the 4 hour. So I could have probably looked to target there. As look, wow, price just rips into it, and then we reverse, and then look, oh my god, we just rip, take out this previous liquidity, and now price, what is it doing? Rips, sweep liquidity up, up, up. You know what? So that was pretty much this 2.72 RR today, and that was how I made $675 as a 15-year-old trading the micro S&P 500, other known as mini ES. That was trade recap part 1. I will see you tomorrow. Watch out for news.